Have you ever noticed you're halfway through explaining something and you can't stop? Like your brain is trying to prove you're not wrong before anyone even disagrees. That's not personality, that's protection. And the weird part is, it doesn't even feel optional. It feels like if you don't explain yourself perfectly, something goes wrong. So I pulled up chat and I was like, what does my nervous system think is about to happen? What is my brain and nervous system trying to regulate when I over explain?
When you're over explaining, your brain's often trying to regulate a sense of safety and control. It's like your nervous system is bracing against the possibility of being misunderstood or rejected. Essentially, it's anticipating some kind of threat, whether that's judgment, conflict, or losing connection. And the over explaining is a protective strategy to avoid that discomfort. It's your system saying, if I cover all the bases and control the narrative, nothing can go wrong.
Okay, that actually makes way too much sense. Because it doesn't feel like I'm just being thorough. It feels like I'm trying to prevent a disaster. Like if I don't explain myself perfectly, I'm about to get judged or lose the connection. So let me ask you this. Why does being misunderstood feel like an actual threat in my body?
Feeling misunderstood can hit deep because our brains are wired for connection. When we sense we're not being fully seen or heard, it can trigger a survival instinct, almost like social rejection could leave us isolated. Back in the day, being part of the group was survival, right? So your body interprets the risk of judgment as a potential threat to belonging. That's why it can feel physical. Your nervous system's trying to keep you safe by making sure you're accepted.
Okay, yeah, that's the part that's wild. Because it's not like I'm scared of being wrong. I'm scared of what being wrong means. Like my body hears misunderstood and translates it into you're about to lose people. So here's what I want to know next. Why does my nervous system act like I have to earn connection by explaining things perfectly?
Your nervous system is basically running on patterns from past experiences. If somewhere along the way you felt connection was conditional, like only given when you got everything right, your brain learned that over-explaining might keep you safe from rejection. It's a survival tactic. Your nervous system is trying to secure social bonds by making sure you're never misunderstood because it's convinced that's the safest route to connection.
Bro, so my nervous system is basically running outdated software. Like it's still living in a time where one wrong sentence means game over. And that's why it doesn't feel optional. So I gotta know, what does my body think I'm preventing by over explaining?
Your body's trying to prevent rejection or disconnection. Somewhere along the line, it learned that being misunderstood can mean losing acceptance, belonging, or even safety. So over-explaining is like a survival tactic. Your nervous system believes that if you preempt every misunderstanding, you can avoid being left out or judged. In short, it thinks it's protecting you from losing the people you care about.
Dude, that's so dramatic. My nervous system really hears one awkward sentence and goes, Welp, pack it up, we're losing everybody. So tell me this, why does my body jump straight to the worst case scenario so quickly?
It's basically a shortcut built for survival, just a bit outdated. If past experiences taught you that social missteps came with big consequences, whether that was rejection, judgment, or isolation, your nervous system learned to overreact as a protective measure. It's trying to get ahead of any possible threat, even if that threat isn't real today. It's just your body being a bit overzealous at keeping you safe from something it once thought was a big deal.
Okay, so it's not reality, it's memory. My nervous system is reacting to the past while I'm living in the present. So tell me, what actually rewires that? How do you teach your body that connection isn't that fragile anymore?
You rewire it by giving your nervous system new experiences and gradually showing it it's safe. When you have small moments where you don't over-explain and you still stay connected, your body starts updating its expectations. The key is repetition, intentionally tolerating a little discomfort while realizing you're still accepted afterward. It's like exposure therapy. Small steps repeated until the old danger software gets the hint that it's outdated.
Alright, so I basically have to teach my nervous system that the world isn't a comment section. And I get it, small reps over time. But what about right now? Like mid-conversation, mid-text, mid-explaining? When my body goes DEFCON 1, what's the fastest way to calm that down on the spot?
In that exact moment, grounding is your best friend. Take one slow, deep breath, feel your feet on the floor, and physically relax your shoulders. If it's a text, give yourself a beat before replying. If you're speaking, slow down your speech just a tad. These quick physical cues remind your system you're not actually in danger. And over time, those quick resets add up to new patterns.
Okay, so the reset is physical. Breath, shoulders, slow down. Cool. But then what? Because the second I calm down, my brain still wants to keep talking. So tell me this, what's the simplest way to respond without over-explaining and still feel safe?
Once you've calmed your body, give your brain permission to pause. Aim for one clear point, just the core thought. Remind yourself connection doesn't hinge on a perfect explanation. Maybe even say, I've said enough for now, or I trust this will continue if needed. It's about practicing that brief endpoint and letting the silence prove you're still safe.
Okay, I like that. One clear point, then stop. But I need to know this. How do you stop without apologizing for it? Like, how do you end it calmly and not hand your power away?
You keep it simple and confident. Instead of apologizing, you just state your point and let it breathe. You might end with something like, that's all I've got on that, or I feel good leaving it there. It's all about allowing space for others to respond without feeling like you need to overcompensate.
Okay, I love that. That's all I've got on that. That's powerful. But okay, what if they still twist it? What if they still read it wrong? So what do I do then? How do I stay calm when I'm being misunderstood anyway?
When they misinterpret, the first step is to remind yourself, not every misunderstanding needs immediate fixing. You can calmly clarify one key point if it matters, but don't over-explain. After that, let it go. Staying calm means accepting you can't control every perception and trusting that the right people will ask or understand in time.
Okay, so this is the real win. Not being perfectly understood, but staying regulated even when I'm misunderstood. Because that's what my body is afraid of. That being misread means I'm about to lose connection. But connection isn't that fragile. And if it is, it wasn't stable to begin with. So I can stop trying to earn safety and start choosing it.
Exactly. You're shifting from chasing reassurance to owning your calm. When you trust that connection can handle a little wobble, you stop performing for it. And ironically, that steadiness builds stronger connections anyway. So yeah, you're choosing safety instead of earning it, and that's powerful.
Alright, so if you take nothing else from this video, take this. Over-explaining isn't a communication problem, it's a safety strategy. And the goal isn't to become someone who never explains. It's to stop explaining like you're fighting for your place. One clear point, then you let it breathe. Because the right connection can handle a little uncertainty. And if it can't, you were never going to earn that safety anyway. Alright, if this hits you, drop a comment. What's the moment you catch yourself over-explaining the most? I'm Between Minds. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.